for listening to this short video on the analysis of the multicollinearity in EViews. Analysis of multicollinearity we will be using variance inflation factor method in linear regression. Multicollinearity can be a source of many variation in coefficient of least square estimation. So we use variance inflation factor in order to search for which of variables are a source of multicollinearity. And in each tutorial we will show you a term criteria which is used in order to choose which variable to include in the linear regression. So first of all, we need to know that in statistics, variance inflation factor is a question of the variance in a model with multiple terms by the variance of the model with one term alone. So it quantifies the severity of the multicollinearity in an ordinary least square regression analysis, as I told you very earlier. So it provides an index that measures how much the variance of the estimated regression coefficient increase because of the model of the collinearity. Cuthbert Daniel claimed to have invented the concept behind the variance inflation factor, but did not come up with the name variance inflation factor. So variance inflation factor, as we define it here, we calculated when we have k different factors in three main steps. The first step in the determination of the multicollinearity using variance inflation factor is to run an ordinary square regression that has xi as a function of all the other explanatory variables in the first equation. We then calculate the variance inflation factor of a given coefficient, which is given by 1 divided by 1 minus r square of concerned variable. So the r square is here the coefficient of determination of the regression equation in step 1, with the concerned variable on the left hand side and all other predictor variables on the right hand side. So let us first estimate our model. The first step is to go in quick estimate equation. We express GDP per capita as dependent variable, GDP per capita in current US dollar. Now the constant we have, for example, general government final consumption as first variable. We have openness index, inflation, consumer price index, the total population of the country, domestic credit provided by financial institution, school enrollment, and so on. So we will keep these different variables. I will add some small variable on bank capital asset ratio. We also have, for example, bank assets. Another bank indicator, we have non-performing loan provided by financial institution. We click on OK, and we have first of all to save our equation by clicking on name. So we keep the name equation 01 and then we click on OK. You can see that our equation is in our work file right now. To compute the variance inflation factor, we need to type the command. First of all, the name of our equation eq01 dot VIF. Variance, which means variance inflation. So we type the name of our equation, followed by dots, followed by command variance inflation factor. Then we click on enter. So you see that variance inflation factor has been computed. So the variable that have the very higher variance inflation factor is the population, the total population, which is the variable that causes the most higher variance inflation factor. So we will remove total population first of all in our equation. So we go on our equation, we select the variable total population and we delete it. Then we click on OK and we run our variance inflation factor here. So we use the term criteria that suggests that when the variance inflation factor is more than 10, it means that the multicollinearity is higher. So the cutoff commonly used is 5. So we remove a variable when the variance inflation factor is more than 5. So for now, we still have domestic credit provided by financial institutions which have bank liquid reserve, which still have high variance inflation factor. So that is the target for now. More variable to remove. We remove bank liquid reserve to asset ratio. So we select the variable bank liquid reserve asset ratio and we delete it. And then we click on OK. And our equation is adjusted without the variable we remove, and then we also run our command variance inflation factor. So for now, all our variance inflation factor are less than 5. So according to the criteria, we should keep all our variables in our model: general government final consumption, openness, economic openness, inflation, domestic credit provided by financial institution. We will keep school enrollment, bank capital to asset ratio, and we also keep bank non-performing loan. That's it for this tutorial, and we hope it will help you very well understand the variance inflation factor, and we will see you a little bit sooner in the other tutorial video.